One day, the mother who often waited by the roadside vanished. Returning home, she found it desolate. The neighbours were clueless about her whereabouts, so Bill had to call the cops, but before he could hang up, they brought her back, saying she was just out buying shoes. Mom changed topic, saying lamb chops for dinner, but chicken legs were defrosting in the fridge. Bill asked why she didn't go when lost. She replied, "I forgot the number." Then Bill realized his mom had dementia, yesterday in bloom, today wilting in the wind. From that day, Bill bore life's burdens alone, no more carefree days. Years later, his mother's condition worsened, sending her to a nursing home. Without Mom around, even the basics of life became a struggle for Bill and his shoelaces. Let's just say they loved to party on the sidewalk. Luckily, he made some pretty care. The kind bus driver was always willing to wait for him, and his young co-workers happily helped him tie his ties. The sweet janitor would even tie his shoes for him. Everyone has a little antenna, as long as you're tuned into kindness. Life's challenges can turn so ordinary yet vibrant. Days passed year after year, this elusive life unchanged. The crazy mom remained so, neighbours kept feuding, the troublesome drunk still barred Bill's entry, and his worn-out dignity wall stayed towering. One evening, as Bill walked home in heavy rain, a neighbour offered a ride, but he stubbornly went the opposite way until out of sight. Only then did he, weary, go to see his mom. Excitedly opening the door, he saw a neglected, paralyzed man. He wouldn't let his mom live here. He quickly hired a bargain babysitter for Mom, swearing there wouldn't be any more mishaps. But when Bill returned from work that night, he found an empty house full of smoke. Babysitter had vanished with the money, while Mom was outside snapping photos of ants. In sheer disbelief, he had to send her to a fancy nursing home. To make Mom feel less lonely, he went all out to decorate her room to look just like home. However, Mom bluntly stated, a more luxurious nursing home simply means even bigger bills. This meant Bill would need to hustle harder at work, but thankfully, all that hustle had sharpened his networking and sales skills. While pitching products to a florist, he switched gears and shifted the focus to his partner's pain points. And so, Bill secured a major deal. Times L, the solitary lady who gave him his first order, has been supporting Bill's business for years. Pound iumat et letter 3 degrees artil dotil to cyrillic letter 4 ABC sedilla Armenian letter 2b microkis sedilla I half or 0 u circumflex pound sign turned or flex a quarter e circumflex agrov letter 1f7b8 chucky acute u plus or minus band times L acute iumat omat et I circumflex iumat u acute agrov letter 776 a circumflex cyrillic letter 4 e7 micro iumat cyrillic letter 4 e3 ik o hanobip yak copyright. For 8 years, Bill had never stopped hustling for life, but the ordinary routine was no match for the deterioration of Mom's health. Now he not only became more frail, but also often mistook Bill for her long-gone husband. To delay his mom's heart failure, Bill scheduled a cardiac catheterization, but with his pockets empty, he had to choose installment payments. The finance personnel suggested that he should apply for disability benefits in order to cover the expenses. But this suggestion wounded his pride, though Bill's spirit was sky-high. However, his body wasn't that strong. His chronic spinal problems were starting to mess with his nerves. The doctor advised Bill to hire someone to deliver for him and warned him about the consequences of not doing so. For the long run, Bill posted a job ad in the paper. That night, Shirley, a college student, applied. Seeing her warmth, Bill hired her to deliver, but insisted on selling himself. On Christmas Day, he kept selling and even included Christmas cards, and even the drunkard delivered some unexpected surprises. There's also the florist thriving in love and career, and the woman supporting his business. Like the others, she prepared his special Christmas gift for Bill. Even though he sent out company cards to her, they were priceless. Before leaving, the woman asked Bill to stay for a drink, but he, being serious, refused. In that moment, all hope crumbled like a house of cards, and his buried disappointment simply turned into one line. Bill never sensed her love. Looking back at the staircase, he only saw a forgetful face and a shutout. Our ignorance and limitations about love often cause us to miss those important people and moments in life. Simple Bill missed Miss S. Sullivan's affections, and also lost his final moment with Mom. When he got that call from the hospital, he and Mom were already worlds apart on that sunny morning. He would forever sleep among his loved ones, turning into a gentle breeze that soothes everything here, freeing bound souls until they meet again in the next spring. At the funeral, Bill didn't shed a single tear. He thought he had severed the ties of pain. But in the sales pitch was that happy son and mother, which brought a flood of old memories to his eyes. Those long-delayed tears finally flowed down. The traces of life extend far beyond mere forgetting. Sadness lies not in moments, but in piled memories. 3 years flew by, and Shirley never left. The relationship shifted from boss subordinate to close friends. She often advised Bill to keep up and buy a computer for work. But Bill refused to part with his old typewriter. It had never let him down in all these years. At times, she had borrowed Bill's bathroom when busy, unaware that the rickety door often led to a little too much surprise. Bill knew he shouldn't linger, yet the fog in his heart compelled him to look back, pause, and ponder. From then on, her plain desires included love dreams, with Shirley as the ideal partner. So, on his birthday, Bill gathered all his courage to confess. Though his words were a bit mumble-jumble, Shirley sensed his feelings. She saw Bill as family, and the large age gap posed a hurdle. To preserve their bond, she switched topics and invited him to dance under the lights. A few months later, Shirley graduated, and Bill appeared happier than anyone else at the ceremony. However, once the ceremony concluded, one guy swooped in and picked up Shirley. Seeing their intimate act, Bill knew Shirley had someone. Watching them leave for happiness, his longing for love vanished. Maybe he shouldn't have ever dared to crave for a love that crossed age lines. After graduation, Shirley came to clean Bill's place one last time. Don't forget to subscribe.